Published, 6:46 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 25th of April 2018. Updated, 9:11 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 25th of April 2018. Rupert Murdoch, pictured with his wife Jerry Hall in Washington yesterday, has long-running plans to take full control of SkyUS. Media giant Comcast has unveiled a £22 billion rival bid for Sky in a move that threatens Rupert Murdoch's deal to take full control of the pay TV group. Comcast said its cash offer is worth £12.50 a share, a 16% hike on the £10.75 a share offered by 21st Century Fox under its £11.7 billion deal to buy the remaining 61% of Sky it does not already own. The group added that it plans to agree a raft of legally binding commitments over Sky and its investment in the UK, in particular for Sky News. Comcast also said it would commit to keeping the group's base in Osterley, West London, for at least 5 years. It comes 2 months after Comcast said it was planning to make an offer as a starting point for further talks with Sky, but had not formally put up any money. The bid is yet to be given the backing of the Sky board, but Comcast said it was in talks with the Sky Independent Committee, with a view to obtaining a future recommendation of the acquisition. Sky News presenters Colin Brazier and Jane Secker are pictured. Comcast also said it would commit to keeping the group's headquarters in Osterley, West London, for at least 5 years. Brian Roberts, chairman and chief executive of Comcast, said, with its 23 million retail customers, leading positions in the UK, Italy, and Germany, and its history of strong financial performance, we see significant opportunities for growth by combining our businesses. He added, we also understand the role that Sky plays in UK society and in its customers' lives, and we are determined to be responsible and trusted owners of Sky. Sky withdrew its recommendation for the Fox deal following Comcast's offer, but stressed that both bids are subject to preconditions and neither offer is currently capable of being put to shareholders. It added its independent committee will cooperate fully with both suitors. Mr. Murdoch's 21st Century Fox said it was considering its options, but remains committed to its recommended cash offer for Sky. Sky's shares raced 4% higher as the move by Comcast sets the stage for a possible bidding war for Sky. The group added that it plans to agree a raft of legally binding commitments over Sky and its investment in the UK, in particular for Sky News, whose presenter Sarah Jane Mees pictured. Fox already owns 39% of Sky and made a bid to take full control of the group in December 2016. Comcast is the media giant behind US cable channels MSNBC and CNBC. It also owns NBC and Universal Pictures. It is US's second-largest pay TV company, the largest cable TV company and largest home internet service provider in the US, providing broadband to 29 million US customers. It is based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but has offices around the US, as well as a UK operation employing 1,300 staff. But the UK competition watchdog has raised a host of concerns over the Fox acquisition, while since then, Walt Disney has also agreed to snap up a raft of Fox assets including the Sky 39% stake. Comcast's offer price is the same as its proposal first put forward in February. It said it would expect the deal to complete before the end of the year. As part of its post-offer assurances, the group confirmed plans to establish a Sky News board, which will be maintained for at least 10 years, as well as promising annual expenditure on Sky News will be at least equal to that of the past financial year. Comcast also said it will give legally binding commitments to maintain editorial independence at Sky News. Comcast has already said it believes its approach would escape concerns over media plurality, and in a bid to head off any competition concerns, the group said it would vow not to acquire any majority stake in any UK newspapers for 5 years. Comcast, which owns cable channels MSNBC and CNBC, has already said it believes its approach would escape concerns over media plurality because of its minimal presence in UK media. Sky News has become a flashpoint in the Fox's bid due to competition fears centering on Mr. Murdoch's ownership of The Sun, The Times, and The Sunday Times newspapers. A tie-up between the two would create a business with around 52 million customers and give Comcast a platform for growth across Europe. Its takeover play further complicates the Fox-Sky saga, with Walt Disney also recently being told by Britain's takeover panel that it must bid for the whole of Sky even if Rupert Murdoch's offer is blocked. Mr. Murdoch is pictured in London after he purchased the Times newspaper in 19,811,968. Rupert Murdoch buys Britain's News of the World newspaper, building on his family's media empire in Australia. 1969, the media mogul takes control of British tabloid The Sunday. 1976, he purchases US tabloid The New York Post. It marks his second foray into the U.S. market, having bought the San Antonio Express-News 3 years earlier. 1981, Mr. Murdoch snaps up the owner of the Times and Sunday Times. 1985, he takes over the film unit of 20th Century Fox and a handful of local TV stations that will later become the Fox network. 1987, he buys U.S. publisher Harper. 1 year later it is merged with TV company British Satellite Broadcasting, BSB, to become BSKYB. 1996, he launches the American Fox News Channel, which becomes a major U.S. cable network. 2005, the media mogul makes his first major foray into web-based media, buying social networking site MySpace, which struggles after Facebook gains dominance. It is sold by 2011. He later calls the purchase a huge mistake. 2007, Mr. Murdoch acquires financial news organization The Wall Street Journal. 2011, his media empire is hit with a major scandal after it was revealed that journalists at the News of the World ordered the phone of murdered schoolgirl Millie Dowler to be hacked. It later emerged that thousands of others were targeted by phone hacking. The news led to the closure of the newspaper. 2011, News Corporation makes an offer to acquire BSKYB, but is forced to abandon its plans after becoming embroiled in the phone hacking scandal. January 2016, son James Murdoch becomes chairman of Sky, having last held the role between 2003 and 2007. He had resigned following the phone hacking scandal involving the Murdoch-owned News of the World. The return of James Murdoch raises questions as to whether 21st Century Fox would mount a fresh takeover bid for Sky. December 2016, 21st Century Fox tables a formal £11.7 billion takeover bid for broadcaster Sky, offering to buy the 61% of the business it does not already own. December 2017, Walt Disney launches a separate £52.4 billion £39 billion takeover of 21st Century Fox's entertainment assets, which would include its stake in Sky. January 2018, 21st Century Fox's bid for Sky is provisionally blocked by the Competition and Markets Authority watchdog due to fears that it would hand the Murdochs too much control over UK media. February 2018, Comcast says it intends to make a £22.1 billion offer for Sky to rival the Murdoch bid, throwing his acquisition into doubt. How the big Sky takeover tussle involving Fox, Disney and Comcast has been forced upon them all by Amazon and Netflix just when Rupert Murdoch and the top brass at 21st Century Fox thought they might be closing in on full ownership of Sky after a pursuit spanning several years. A bolt from the blue threw it up in the air. If you were going to choose a company to take on in a corporate fight, Comcast would not be high on the list. The U.S. media business is vast, experienced in executing big takeovers and has the deepest of pockets. It already owns household name businesses including the NBC Universal stable and DreamWorks Animation, having acquired the Shrek and Kung Fu Panda maker for £2.7 billion in 2016. The key weapon in this war is having content the paying public will cough up cash for on a monthly basis, such as hit shows like Game of Thrones. The fight has been 2 against 1 in a sense, with the Murdoch bid coming in cahoots alongside another big player in the shape of Disney. The Mickey Mouse Company has been in the process of buying Fox's entertainment assets for £39 billion, and Disney chief Bob Iger said owning Sky would give it a crown jewel, having said that it is arguable that Comcast's interest in the first place was sparked by Disney's arrival on the scene, given the rivalry between the two U.S. media and entertainment titans. Underlying all of this, and a bigger reason for wanting to snap up Sky than this rivalry, is the threat they all face from the rapid gobbling up of people's entertainment dollars by the tech heavyweights over recent years. The encroachment by Amazon, Netflix and various other streaming services on the traditional territory of Fox, Sky and Comcast has had a profound effect on the television industry and left the established players needing to make big moves to retain the market share they need. The likes of Netflix and Amazon are truly globally active and can tap into virtually any home with an internet connection. The key weapon in this war is having content the paying public will cough up cash for on a monthly basis. Hit shows like Game of Thrones and The Crown are highly prized. Sport broadcast rights such as Premier League football are vital. Another big driver of this takeover fever is a need by the major U.S. media players to become more global. The likes of Netflix and Amazon are truly globally active and can tap into virtually any home with an internet connection. The big U.S. firms are much more tied to their home market still. Having Sky would be an excellent platform for a big American company to gain ground across Europe, with London-listed Sky also having footholds in a number of countries outside the UK such as Italy and Germany. It will be fascinating to see which of these big corporate beasts comes out with the prize, and which is left nursing battle wounds and heading back to drawing board. All the while Amazon and Netflix can watch from a safe distance as they keep hoovering up cash, and Sky shareholders' eyes will be lighting up at the prospect of a win.